hear about the pig's wedding?
Kissing over there.
Okay. Porker Pig built a big fire and made smoke signals that said, "Tomorrow is Porker's wedding. Tomorrow is Porker's wedding. You are all invited." Look at you make smoke signals and tell people stuff. That's what the Indians used to do, huh? Yeah. The pig squealed for joy and came from far and near to see Porker and Curlytail, his bride, be married. But when they arrived on the wedding day, Curlytail whispered to Porker, "What a lot of guests we have, and how nice they are, but," she sniffed, "they do smell. Whew."
And they have no pants.
Yeah, and they got no pants. Oh no. Look at those bare bottoms on those pigs. Oh my goodness. And they stink. Porker sniffed too. Curlytail was right. They did smell. He called to their guests, "Friends, we're glad you have come, but you have to get cleaned up for a wedding. So come on and let me give you a bath." He picked up a hose and gave each of them a good shower. When they were all clean, Curlytail said, "Now we must dress them up." Porker had forgotten all about clothes for the wedding, but he thought quickly and came up with a brilliant idea. "Wait a minute," he said, and ran off to the barn. A moment later, he trotted out with a wheelbarrow full of pink pots. "We'll paint on our party clothes," Porker said. Each pig got just the clothes he or she had always wanted, and everything fit perfectly. The preacher's robe was comfortably over his stomach. The bride's gown fit like a glove. Porker gave them wristwatches that didn't need winding, spectacles that didn't have to be cleaned, buttons that didn't pop off, and neckties and sashes that stayed tight. He gave himself a cigar that wouldn't go out. Everyone was happy. Then Curlytail asked, "Porker, where is your top hat?" "Wait a minute," said Porker, because he had another good idea. He took an empty paint can, painted it black, and put it on. Now he had a splendid top hat. Next, he picked some flowers, wove them into a bridal wreath, and put it on Curlytail's head. Oh, boy. Now they were ready to have their pictures taken. The wedding party proudly lined up for the photographer, who had a real camera, not a painted one, and color film. Oh boy. Curlytail and Porker were married under a huge oak tree. Their mothers both cried, but the bride and bridegroom were so happy that they forgot about anyone else. The guests sang a song to them. "Every pig is small or big, wants to be a lucky pig." After the wedding ceremony, the pigs ran to the table where the feast was laid out. They were hungry and thirsty from all the singing. Some of them ate and drank so much that their painted clothes burst because their stomachs were so full. But who cared about clothes when the food tasted so good? Then the musicians began to play. The newlyweds started the dance. They whirled and hopped across the meadow, lifting each other into the air, humming in time to the music, holding each other tight, and wishing the dance would never end. The other pigs joined in, and soon they were all dancing across the meadow.
Whoa.
They were dancing so hard and having such a good time, they didn't even notice the black clouds gathering in the sky. Suddenly, the clouds burst, and the wedding party was drenched with rain. They ran for shelter, but the rain was quicker than they were. It washed off all their dresses and suits, their pearl necklaces, their silk ties, the spectacles, the comfortable shoes, and the wristwatches, and even Porker's fat cigar. Oh my, what are they gonna do now? Look at all that rain.
Oh.
Oh, all their clothes got
And
washed.
wait, go back for a
Why
minute
did it say
to
cigar?
that pig. No, yeah. Why did it say cigar?
Did I miss a page?
Because he
No,
painted
no,
a
look at
cigar
this
in his
one.
mouth.
Look. He's hiding under the wheel part.
Yeah. Boy, can you imagine your clothes all washing off?
Can you go back to the page where you could see their clothes? Who has a cigar?
When the rain finally stopped, Porker shook off the raindrops and said, "Stop crying, everyone. We're not wet enough already. Follow me." He had another brilliant idea. Running behind him, one after another, each pig took a flying leap into the mud pond, and each with a great big splat landed right in the delicious, oozy, black mud. What a wonderful idea it was. Oh no.
Why they say delicious?
That evening, the newlyweds said goodbye to all their guests. After all, the pigs had left. Happy, muddy, and full of good food, Porker picked up Curly Tail in his arms and carried her into the stable. Somewhere he had heard that that's what a bridegroom should do. That's what you do when you get married. You carry your wife across the threshold. In the barn, he kissed his wife gently and said, "Curly Tail, I have a wonderful idea. Wait a minute." He pushed the straw aside and carefully painted on the barn wall a beautiful four-poster bed, the most beautiful bed any pig had ever seen. And cuddled close together, they fell asleep, dreaming happy pig dreams. The end.